In May of 2014, the meeting of APEC ministers responsible for trade was held in Qing Dao, a Chinese city located along the west coast of the Pacific. 2014 International Horticultural Expo and Civil Society 20 China 2016 were held in Qing Dao. It is also a pivotal city of the new Eurasian Continental Bridge of the Silk Road Economic Belt and a strategic city on the 21st century Maritime Silk Road. This is a new Qing Dao full of pride and dreams. Now, it is striving to become an important coastal center in China. The overall layout planning of 3 bays and 3 cities has been initially formed, and Qing Dao will be built as a modern international city. Qing Dao was born as an ocean city. With 817 kilometers of coastline, Qing Dao develops along the sea and depends on it for the city's history and future. Back in Tong and Song dynasties, at the east route of China's ancient north maritime Silk Road, starting from Banqiao town. It's one of the 5 earliest open port cities in modern history of China. As an important coastal center of contemporary China, the inclusive and diversified city trades with partners across the world. Qing Dao Port has become the second largest port of foreign trade in China. In 2016, the port throughput reached 500 million tons for the first time, stably ranking 7th globally. The operation performance indicators have seen double-digit growth for 3 years in a row. Qing Dao is prospering from its port. This land, with an area of 11,000 square kilometers, is home to 9 million people. Qing Dao's character of green trees, red roofs, blue sea, and azure sky is shown in its coast. The city's passion comes from the ocean. In the Report on Livable Cities in China, released by Chinese Academy of Sciences in 2016, Qing Dao ranks number 1. It has been among the top 10 in Charming China Most Appealing Cities for foreign professionals ranking for several consecutive years. The list of the top 30 most attractive cities for professionals was released at the 14th China Conference on International Exchange of Professionals. Qing Dao ranked 19th worldwide, the 3rd among cities in the Chinese mainland. In 2016, Qing Dao was approved by the state as one of the first national pilot zones for tourism reform and innovation. The number of domestic and international tourists has increased to over 80 million from 60 million in 2015. In January of 2016, the State Council approved the new master plan of Qing Dao. The position of Qing Dao was elevated from an economic city on the east seaboard of China to an important center city on the coast of China. In December, in the joint planning formulated by 19 Chinese ministries and commissions, Qing Dao was designated as one of the 11 national-level center cities, becoming a core city of Shandong Peninsula City Group to undertake nationally key strategic missions in order to promote the implementation of the grand goal. That is, to accelerate the building of a modern, livable, and happy city with international status. The CPC Qing Dao Committee and the Qing Dao Municipal Government have set up the International City Strategy Promotion Committee and announced the guidelines for acting on opening up and development concept and implementing the International City Strategy of Qing Dao. Qing Dao International City Strategy Indicator System and Internationalization plus Action Plan of Qing Dao 2016 to 2017, according to the grand strategy of building a modern, livable, and happy city with international status, stipulated by the 12th CPC Qingdao Congress. The new Qingdao will become a world-renowned bay metropolis. A number of islands have contributed to making Qingdao a city of blue economy. As a leading city in implementing the national strategy of becoming a powerful marine country, Qingdao has gathered more than half of China's senior professionals, as well as universities and institutes in this field. Blue Valley, as a new name card of the city, keeps pace with cutting-edge technologies and research findings in the world. Qingdao West Coast New Area is China's pilot area for independent innovation in marine science and technology, and a pioneering area for international marine economic cooperation. As a place with clusters to attract international capital in marine area and to promote transformation of modern industries, as well as the core city of the Blue Economic Zone in Shandong Peninsula, Qingdao is like a shining pearl on the Yellow Sea, which has drawn the attention of the global marine industry. As the home for such world-renowned brands as Qingdao Beer, Haier, Hisense, and CRRC Seafoam, the city is now an international trade center in Northeast Asia. In 2015, People's Daily Press released on its weekly magazine, National Governance, the GDP Healthiness Rating and ranking of 15 vice-provincial level cities in China, and Qingdao ranked first. Per capita GDP exceeded 16,000 US dollars. GDP topped 1 trillion yuan in 2016, making Qingdao the 12th Chinese city to have a GDP over 1 trillion yuan. GDP reached 1.001129 trillion yuan, up 7.9% year-on-year. Public fiscal budget revenue was 110 billion yuan, up 10.3%. In the future, the new Qingdao will forge ahead with its goal to become an important innovation center in China's eastern coast, a crucial domestic regional service center, an advanced marine development center in the world, and an advanced manufacturing base with international competitiveness. A harmonious Qingdao will exchange more with the world in the future. Here you can enjoy the Qingdao International Beer Festival and the exciting Extreme Sailing Series. And a large number of world-class conventions and exhibitions have been held here, including World Leisure Games, International Congress on ICT in Education, International Horticultural Expo, Meeting of APEC Ministers responsible for trade, Civil Society 20 China, and Sinosis. Qingdao better understands the world. The city has also hosted important negotiations, including China, Japan, ROK, FTA First Ministerial Meeting, Sino-US BIT negotiation, and Sino-EU BIT negotiation. High-level dialogues bring global wisdom to Qingdao. In December 2015, International Management Institute of Peking University released the report on the development of internationalization of Qingdao. According to the calculation and study based on GNP data, Qingdao is among the leading cities in China in terms of opening up. The economic development level is equal to that of cities with a relatively high per capita income level in middle-income countries. The ever-improving level of internationalization is an important driving force for economic development of the city. Qingdao grows and prospers in opening up. Qingdao is among the earliest coastal cities in China, encouraged to open wider to the outside world in the 1980s. The first to welcome the trend of economic globalization. In 2016, foreign trade topped 100 billion US dollars, up 2.8% against the downward pressure on the global economy. Trade in goods reached 67 billion US dollars. Trade in services reached 12 billion US dollars. Outbound investment, trade, and sales register $21.5 billion US. In the next 5 years, Qing Dao will import $100 billion US of commodities and attract $30 billion US of inbound investment. Cumulative outbound investment will top $20 billion US. Number of outbound travelers will reach 5 million. Qing Dao is going global with a higher level of opening up. By the end of 2016, Qing Dao has invested in 1,343 overseas projects on an aggregate basis. Actually, a total outbound investment reached $11.06 billion US, growing at an average annual rate of 86.6% for the past 5 years. Qing Dao is bringing in to embrace the world and share global business opportunities. During the 12th five-year plan period, Qing Dao attracted total foreign investment of $26.5 billion US, up 18.7% annually on average. In 2016, paid-in foreign investment was $7.002 billion US, up 11.3%, accounting for 41.7% of Shandong's total. The city has been awarded the Best Emerging Business City in China by Fortune magazine, the Gold Medal City for Investment Environment by the World Bank. It's home to the first comprehensive financial reform pilot zone for wealth management of China. Qing Dao was listed in GFCI, Global Financial Centers Index, released by London for the first time. Qing Dao has been designated by the Ministry of Commerce as a key city for local business cooperation between China and the US, and China and the UK. Qing Dao has several parks and zones featuring opening up, included Bonded Port Area, Qing Dao Economic and Technological Development Zone, National High-Tech Zone, Export Processing Zone, and Euro-Asia Economic and Trade Cooperation Industrial Park. In 2016, Qing Dao was approved to become a service outsourcing demonstration city of China and a pilot city for modern logistics innovation and development. The national government approved the establishment of China Qing Dao Cross-Border E-Commerce Comprehensive Pilot Zone. In 2017, Qing Dao was approved as a pilot demonstration city in the first batch of Made in China 2025. Qing Dao is closely connected to Japan, South Korea, the Asia-Pacific region, ASEAN, and South Asia, and is reaching out to the Eurasia continent and trying to break into West Asia and Africa. With this global network, Qing Dao aims to accelerate business cooperation with Belt and Road countries and regions. Qing Dao develops the real economy by focusing on several 100 billion yuan class industrial chains, including electronics and information, shipbuilding and marine engineering, rail and transport equipment, automobile and home appliances. Great effort is made to promote the development of high-end services, including wealth management and finance, headquarters business, science and technology, culture, commerce, and logistics. Qing Dao is also fostering a high-level, emerging modern industrial system of the blue economy. Dream. The dream of ocean lies in new roots, that of the city in new passion, that of the island in new vision, that of harmony in new dialogue, and that of business in new opportunities. To build itself to be a modern international city has become the Chinese dream of new Qing Dao.